everyone, I'm here with an update video on the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. I have done a review in the past and for the most part, most of you guys really loved the review. A few people were a little confused by my description of full coverage or medium coverage. So I am here to do an update for you today. The shades that I'm using is 810 and 820. I cannot find an 815. I've been told that there is an 815, but I can't find it. In the video of the review that I initially did, I used a Sigma brush, and I believe that that brush might have had some residue in it from when I washed it the night before, so that might be why it kind of was smearing the product around. So I found a new method that I love 10 times more. Obviously, this is the foundation I have on. I love it. It is my all-time favorite foundation in the drugstore. It is really, really great. So you will see me talk a little bit more about it in the update foundation video. Anyways, guys, if you want to see my update on the Covergirl Stay Fabulous foundation, then just stay tuned. I had a few people tell me that there is an 815. However, I've been to about 4 or 5 different stores and I cannot find an 815 anywhere. So with my original video, I used 810. I think that that was a little bit of a light shade for me. So I think that is why that paired with the brush I was using, I think that's why I had the first opinions that I had then. But now I mixed 810 and 820 together, and I find that that makes a really good shade for me. I also have changed the method that I use. So in my first video, I used the Sigma Kabuki brushes, and I had just washed them the night before, so I think there might have been some residue left in there from the soap because I noticed a couple of my other brushes weren't performing that great, and I had used a different brush cleanser. So I tried reapplying it a different way using the Beauty Blender, and I find that makes the world of difference, and this has become like my all-time favorite foundation. Video, I did say that it had really good coverage, you know, as I did my wear test, and I said I really liked it, but I got a lot of flack about saying that it was light to medium coverage in the beginning of the video. I think a lot of that had to do with the brush that I was using. Also, you have to take into consideration what somebody compares to be a full coverage foundation. I compare all of my stuff to more of like an Estee Lauder Maximum Coverage or a Kat Von D foundation. Those, in my opinion, are full coverage foundations. When I think full coverage, I think a mask covers everything. There's no need for any concealer. It's like a porcelain mask on your face. That's what I consider to be a full coverage foundation. Now, if you've never experienced a Estee Lauder Maximum Coverage or a Kat Von D, and your idea of a full coverage is like a Revlon Color Stay, then I would say yes, this is a full coverage. It is comparable to the Revlon Color Stay as far as coverage, and I do think that Revlon Color Stay is a more of a can be considered a full coverage. So I guess a lot of it just has to do with terminology and what we're comparing it to. So when I do my reviews, I tend to compare them to like a Kat Von D foundation. So just as a frame of reference, in my future videos, I will let you know in comparison to like a Revlon Color Stay versus a Kat Von D foundation. So yeah, that's just kind of my 2 cents. I tried to explain that in the comments, but it got tiresome explaining it over and over again, so I just thought I'd do an update video and let you know in a video, because not everybody reads the other people's comments or the description box. So anyways, I'm going to mix the 810 and the 820, and I just mix it on the back of my hand, and this is where I see a huge difference in the way it applies. So I'm going to do one side of my face, and then I'll show you how it compares to the other side. Okay. So as you can see, it's a world of difference of how much it covers. When you use the Beauty Blender, I find it really just presses the foundation into the skin and leaves a very nice, flawless look. So if you were to compare it to a Revlon Color Stay, then yes, I would say this is very comparable. I find that this feels lighter on the skin, is a lot easier to work with, and keeps me a little less Revlon Color Stay I love, but I tend to get a little bit shiny occasionally. With this one, I find that I don't get shiny at all. I love it. And it's just really lightweight to the skin. Now, it is a little bit, you know, darker than this side, but it matches my neck really perfectly. So that's kind of what I'm matching it to. So here's the side with no foundation, and there's the side with it. So yes, if you were going to look for a full coverage foundation in the drugstore, then I would say yes, for a drugstore, this is definitely a full coverage. Now, if you need something that's really gonna cover acne scarring, you know, a lot of hyperpigmentation issues, then I would say for those people, this might not be a full coverage foundation. That's when I would think an Estee Lauder Maximum Coverage or Kat Von D is going to be a true full coverage foundation for those type of skin issues that you might have. So if you have fairly clear skin, you may have a little bit of redness, you don't really have any really bad hyperpigmentation, rosacea, a lot of stuff that you need to cover up. If those are not issues for you, this is definitely, in my mind, a full coverage foundation. If you have acne scarring, if you have a lot of blemishes, tons and tons of redness, then you're gonna want something that I feel is a true full coverage, like a Kat Von D foundation. But if those aren't issues for you, and you just want a nice full coverage foundation for, you know, just your typical minor, you know, redness, blemishes, that kind of stuff, then this is perfect. Like on the skin, it's definitely a matte look. I love the way that it covers. I think that it does a great job of covering my areas that need to be covered, which I have a little bit of redness right around here, and my cheeks are a little bit red. But other than that, it really covers everything up. The combination of these two blends really nice with my neck, and it feels so light on the skin. Like, I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup caked on, which is something I really love, and I love the finish that it gives. So that is my 2 cents. That's my little explanation of why I said what I did in my initial video, and also, you know, to explain that the brush I used really wasn't helping me in my review. But the Beauty Blender gives a flawless, amazing finish and coverage, and just really helps push the product in to the skin and make it just feel like skin on your face. So I highly recommend it. I still love it. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore foundations. I'm so happy that I have this. So far, I definitely like it more than the Revlon Naked or Revlon Nearly Naked. So highly recommend that. I love it. I give it 2 thumbs up. I hope this was helpful and kind of explained things a little bit better for any of you who were confused. And I highly recommend this foundation. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!